Hi friends, this is DaintyTank. Thank you for joining me again. This is Heart of the Woods, part 18. We're gonna try for a new ending, because honestly, I love this game, and I got a comment a few days ago from Kyler Rem themselves, messaging and saying, "Hey, are you doing the other endings?" I was like, I forgot. I forgot, one, that there was other endings. Thank you for reminding me. And then two, I forgot we talked about that. It's been a bit. It's been like a good hot bit, like a couple months since we last played this. Hey, it's okay. I moved, life changes, and it's fine. You know why? Heart of the Woods. It's awesome. I looked it up. Apparently, there's 2 other endings. I don't know exactly the specifics of them. So, poke the Totoro in the upper iCard area, so that way you can see the actual playthrough of it itself. And let's go back into this. I think the first one can be gotten from chapter 6. So, bear with me. Might cut around if I have trouble getting there. And we'll see. Alright. Load. Come on. Here. Okay. This one. Here we go. Okay, so organically. Okay, so this is Asmads is literally the queen of the fairies. And Morgan, our sweet little honey bun, is really upset that Tara got taken by Evelyn. And thus, we need to actually go after. So, I'm not sure I can talk right now. Not without crying, and I hate crying. I wish it was just that simple. I hope it would be that simple, but it rarely is. Alright. Swallow a lump in my throat. I have something to say. Organically, we said you're right. I'm not alone anymore. We can do this together. We need to pick one of the others. Which is, one way or another, it ends tonight, which is badass. That was the other one I was actually going to lean into. Or, I promise I'll make it up to you. There's only one way I can keep them safe for good, in which I don't want that one. One way or another, it ends tonight. Let's go battle Morgan. Alright.
One way or another, this ends tonight.
Get it, Morgan. I don't care what it takes. Evelyn will be stopped. Tara and I will leave for the life we talked about. That I've dreamed about for so long. I'm gonna protect my legacy. I'm not going to let her hurt anyone else. Maddie and Abigail smiled weakly. I wonder how I must appear to them. At first, Maddie thought I was crazy. Even if she accepted my apology, I wonder if her opinion has changed. Doesn't matter what she thinks, though. All that matters is getting out of here alive.
I'll see you too soon.
Get it? I don't waste any more time talking. I set off for the church. Whoosh. Change scene. Here we go. This is hardly a plan. It's barely more than an idea. I realize far too much on luck and everything going our way. But it's all we have. The furious winds tell me that I'm in the right place, and if there was any doubt, when I approach the doors to the church, they blast open. I've been expected. Yes. Okay. So, what I'm going to be doing is clicking skip to see what is something I've already seen. Most of this. Okay. I don't think there was anything new then. Everything's going to plan. everything's... Here we go. This is new. Here we go. So running through that, she bursts in, Tara's in the air. There's this whole like battle, and Evelyn's about to kill them both, really, when Giladora sends the signal early, getting Evelyn out of there, and saving Tara. And then Tara and Morgan walk to the Fairies Grove where Madeline and Evelyn had this whole like psychic brain battle thing. Okay, if I run for Evelyn, she might hurt Tara before I get there. If I don't, there's no telling if Maddie will be able to stop her. So before, when we had this, what happened is Giladora jumped into Morgan's arms, reminded her of the power of love, and then said jump in the water. So I don't know what we are gonna do here. Yeah, I look back at Tara. She scowls with her foot as she tries to move. There's no way she'll be able to. I haven't have time for it to act. Of course, it might already be too late to help her anyway. Tara's gritting her teeth through the pain. If I leave her on her own, she'll be helpless. I can't let that happen. I face towards Evelyn again. I have to stop her somehow. That's all that matters. Even if the realization that I might cost my life rushes through me. All along I've been aware of that as a vague possibility. I'd always known it might come to that. Aww. The future with Tara I'd been pushing at the forefront of my mind. The pain I've been pushing aside to move forward. Aww. The memories and emotions of the past overflow, and it hit me all at once. All the things I thought I could forget. But now in this moment, faced with that decision, I freeze. My whole body seizes up, and I fall to the ground. No.
No.
No?
No. No.
Oh. Not here. Not now. I can't afford to be paralyzed like this right now. But the cracks of my psyche freeze over and hold, and the curse within me grips my every muscle. Years of feeling nothing, weeks of pushing forward, and still fear triumphs. It's a big force, and you cannot control your fight, flight, or freeze response. You can't control that. That's not your fault. Is this really how it will end? Am I really not strong enough to do anything? Something soft brushes against my arm. I look over to see Giladora hurrying towards the lake. She turns back towards me, meeting my eyes.
Take care of Tara.
No, Giladora! What do you mean? What?
Goodbye, Morgan. And thank you.
Oh, Giladora! With that, she dashes off into the lake, quickly disappearing. Don't even get a chance to yell her name. I'm able to stand, knowing now that whatever happens is out of my hands. If I'm gonna die, at least the curse gives me the courtesy of letting me face it on my own feet. Ooh. God, she's so terrifying. Terrifying. Anyways, just then, Evelyn's ball of magic crackles noisily, and I fling myself in front of Tara, shielding her with my outstretched arms. She cries out in fear, and I brace myself for the end. But it never comes. A warmth spreads throughout the clearing. Instead, a bright light blinds me, and I hear Evelyn vocalizing something between a gasp and a snarl. I turn just in time to see the silhouette of a beautiful woman leap from the lake. Oh, though I can't see her face, I know that it's Giladora, the real fairy queen. For a brief moment, she hangs there, suspended, framed by the moonlight. She waves her head in a slow, elegant gesture like a conductor directing an orchestra. Light glitters at her fingertips. Then she hurls the light towards Evelyn. Two things happen simultaneously. Oh! The shards of light shred through Evelyn's form, leaving glistening, luminous trails where they cut her. Wow! Look at that graphic! Dang! She remains on the shore, frozen in the position of pain as her whole body shakes and shudders like a glitched image on a TV screen. Ugh! Then she starts to melt. Ew. Starting from her feet and working quickly up her body, she collapses inward on herself, leaving behind nothing but thick black goo that stains the sand. Ugh, that's gross. Sorry, I need water. At the same time, Giladora limply crashes back to the water, her life force spent. No! My heart! Not Giladora! Her fragile form dissipates into the starlight that's scattered across the rippling surface. Her brief return as queen already over. Does that mean Maddie's stuck there? Everything is quiet.
Is it over? Is she gone?
I think so.
Melting away into sludge is a fitting and hopefully a permanent end. I hope so too. Tara and I separate, and she leans on me for support. And then we start to hear a buzzing sound. Oh, the fairies. It comes from all around us, spreading through the trees. Fairies burst forth from their hiding spot, swooping over our heads and across the lake. They don't pay any attention to Tara and I, nor to Giladora's sacrifice. Instead, they flock straight to Maddie and Abigail, forming a thick cloud over our heads. I'm sorry, Giladora. I push thoughts about her in the back for now. I help Tara over to where our friends are as quickly as I can manage. Maddie looks distraught, while Abigail tries in vain to comfort her. As we get closer, I'm able to hear what it is the fairies are saying.
Our queen! Our queen!
Oh, Maddie. They chant the phrase over and over. I feel nauseous as I realize the consequences of what's happened. Without Giladora, there's no fairy queen to take Maddie's place. But by her own agreement, she has to stay here. Forever.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. Just Tara and me, without Maddie and Abigail. And it's my fault. Something changed about the fairies' magic the instant Giladora and Evelyn died. Maddie and Abigail both faded away from sight. We didn't even get to say goodbye.
Oh. At least Abigail went with Maddie?
It's not like they're actually dead, you know? So we don't really have to worry about them. Tara's been saying stuff like this since we got on the train. Since before then, in fact. Her wording makes it sound like she's trying to reassure me, but I know it's more for her own sake. Not that I mind. I'm willing to indulge anything that makes it easier for her.
That's so rough. Oh, man.
That's true. And with Maddie's magic, I'm sure they'll never be bored or lonely. Yeah, for sure. Plus, I'm sure Mads can, tell her all about film theory, recite the script to her favorite movies a bazillion times. Stuff like that. That nerd.
Oh.
She's in tears before the sentence ends, and I pull her into a tight, guilty hug. The rumbling of the train makes it uncomfortable, its motion slamming her against my chin repeatedly. But I don't mind. As far as I'm concerned, I exist right now just to make things better for her. As much as I can. No matter how inadequate.
Oh, this is heart-wrenching.
We haven't talked about what we'll do when we get back. The prospect of a future together is equal parts bright and ominous. I know we'll get through it, together. But I also know how hard it will be. Still, we've been through worse. Much worse. Everything I own is here in this train car. The belongings that I wanted to take with me fit in a suitcase. I didn't say goodbye to anyone. I'm sure the village will be lost for a while without Evelyn, as they recover from her influence. But just like the rest of us, they'll be better off in the long run. We left most of Maddie's things behind, just in case she comes back for them, Tara explained. We also left 2 train tickets on the table in the cabin. Tara had printed 4 before we had even reunited with them, just in case.
Oh.
For so many years, I dreamed of a train ride like this. A one-way trip out of Eisenfeld and towards a new life. There are still hours to go before we get to the city, and then hours of waiting for our flight, and then hours to be spent in the sky. I wish I could sleep through them all. Neither Tara nor I got any rest last night, even though we tried. We just spent the whole time tossing and turning.
Ow. Don't mind me. Elbow. There we go. It gets stuck sometimes. Part of being double jointed on that. Alright.
In my mind's eye, I kept replaying those final moments, as I hesitated, and as Jayladora sacrificed herself. It was only due to the rippling moonlight that she was able to stop Evelyn, to save Tara and I. If I had done something differently, then I'm sure it wouldn't have ended that way. Maddie and Abigail could be here on the train with us, Jayladora back with the Fairies.
It's not your fault. You couldn't have... Like, yes, we know from the real ending, well, the good ending, that there was a way, but if your freeze response happens like that, there's nothing you can do.
Except this is real life. My choices brought us to this point, and now we have to live with them. All I can do now is make the best of what we have left. Even if it takes years, I know that we can heal. Together. I'm looking forward to that day. I'll become the kind of person that Tara deserves.
You're already the type of person that Tara deserves. You don't have to become anybody. You're amazing, Morgan. And it's okay. You couldn't do anything different. As you said here, my choice is bras, but we'll make the best. That's all you can do. Make the best. Oh. Hurts my soul. Good job. Good job, Studio Elon? Mess that up every time, but great job. That hurts my feelings. The good ending really just kind of like put a pin and was like, yay! This one, it was just like, oh my god, now Maddie and Abigail are gone. I mean, I'm glad that Abigail's with Maddie. But, like, that's gotta be really hard. Because Maddie is the queen now. And the queen, she had to go and sacrifice Abigail's tree friend to stabilize the forest. And she's having to learn on the job. But on the flip side, like, she ages differently. Would she turn Abigail back into a ghost so they could hang out forever instead of having her be a human and die? What would she do? Also, she was like the spring queen or whatever versus like Jayladora's snow queen. No cryptids were harmed in the making of this game. Here we go. It takes a week or two before Tara is able to go into Maddie's room. She only stays in there for a few minutes before the tears start falling. After 3 weeks, she calls Maddie's family. I hold her hand while she listens to them sob. They don't speak to her again after that. Oh. It takes 2 months for her to be ready to start clearing out Maddie's room. BT keeps scratching at the door, waiting for Maddie to open it and let him in. Oh, BT! It takes a long time for her to make her video about what happened. She keeps it vague. She moves on to something new. Oh, we get our own place. The old place had too many bad memories. We give our new home a life of its own. We heal. We grow. I wait a long time before I propose. Aww! About 5 years after we first met, I get down on one knee and ask her to spend the rest of her life with me. She freezes for a moment. I start to worry. Then these tears start flowing and she puts on a big goofy grin. Yeah, obviously. I wasn't planning on spending it with anyone else. There we go. Her parents are thrilled. To my surprise, they love me. Now I get to call someone mom without feeling sick to my stomach. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, I mean... Mom helps me pick out a suit. Dad helps me pick a venue. It all goes smoothly. We get married in the spring. She can't decide if she wants to wear a dress or a suit and ends up wearing both. Yeah! Suit jacket over a gown. I love it. I love it. Yes. Oh, I love it. I wasn't reading there. I'm sorry. She writes her own vows and everyone laughs. In the front row, there are 2 empty seats. It was her idea. Oh, my feelings. Oh. Yeah, me and the dainty wife wrote our own vows. Honestly, it's awesome to do that. You never know. They might still show up. It'd be mad awkward if I didn't have a place for them. Fair. They don't show up, but somehow I get the feeling that they know. Wherever they are, I bet they're happy for us. I hope the 2 of them are as happy as Tara and I are. I kissed her on the altar. Feels like I'm kissing her for the first time, and it's the most wonderful moment of my life. And as I kiss her, I silently thank Maddie and Abigail. Jill adore her too. This wouldn't have been possible without them. That night, I carried Tara across the threshold. She wants it to be as cliche as possible. I have to admit, I like it. It's sweet, it's happy, it's healing. Good! Oh, I love it. Yes. We're complete. And we will be for the rest of our lives. Oh, thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Abigail. Goodbye. My feelings. My feelings. Oh my god. That's just goodbye at the end there. Do we get to see an ending screen? I'd love to see a picture. No, nothing. Okay, fine. We didn't get the good ending, so we won't get a picture of Morgan carrying Tara across the threshold or something. That would have been really cute. Still, for as unhappy as that ending was, like, how they progressed through it, like the healing, the steps it took, how long it took. Oh, that was adorable. Like, I love that. Like, I hate it, but I love it. So, good job, Heart of the Woods. So, that's one of the endings. I have so many feelings. I hope that you enjoyed it and you can tell me your thoughts on it. Tell me what you think happened with Maddie and Abigail, especially. I'm really interested because of the fact that Maddie, as the Queen of Fairies, would have that kind of future connection, right? So she was able to kind of transcend human time with the kind of neuro network of the fairies going on. would she hook Abigail into that? Like, or else she'd be just, like, mindlessly pulled away from time. And Abigail, at that point that we were going through all this, was a human again. Had a body. So, like, what happens there? What do you think happens with Maddie and Abigail that we don't see in that ending? Really would love your thoughts. With that, I will see you next time. Hit that subscribe button so that way you can come back and see me. I would really want to get to 100 subscribers within the year. I'm so excited, and I'm getting more people visiting the channel, which is great. Let's share this. Like, honestly, I'm happy to hang out with you and make this really just a fun queer space. So for that, share, subscribe, come back and hang out. Alright, cool. With that, I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.